Hello, faithful, and welcome to another edition of White Throne Metal Radio's Top 10 Songs. I am your host, Keven Crothers, station manager for White Throne Metal Radio, staff writer for Heaven's Metal Magazine. And White Throne Metal Radio is sponsored by Heaven's Metal Magazine. You can find links for both in the description below. But today we want to talk about our top 10 songs from Christian prog metal band Triton. Triton released two albums back in the late 80s, one in basically 87, one in 1990. And they're very much reminiscent of Rush. That was back then their claim to fame, as it were, really based on the vocal prowess of Mr. Larry Dean on guitar as well as vocals. They released two records. The first one, Celestial Messenger. This one again came out on REX in 1987. There was actually 8 songs, 4 songs on each side of the vinyl. I often thought this was frankly one of the better album covers in Christian rock back in the day because it wasn't generic. It wasn't just their band picture splattered on the front. It actually had kind of a cool look to it. Celestial Messenger, 1987, and that was issued on a CD by M8 Distribution, Magdalene Records, back in 2000. So this has been 20 years since this has seen a CD issue, I believe. There were some bonus tracks, including an outtake from the Celestial Messenger sessions. Also, 2 bonus tracks off of some earlier demo material. A great album, again, Celestial Messenger. The second one was Silent Tiger. This one was released in 1990. This was the reissue that was done last year. This year, frankly, 2020, on Retroactive Records. It is a gold disc, and it does sound phenomenal. Some very cool artwork and everything in the reissue. Just really great stuff. The main difference, band-wise, the drums changed. On Silent Tiger, back up. On Celestial Messenger, you had, oh goodness, now I'm going to have to pull this out, and I just had it. It was Larry Dean, Steve Robinson, and then on drums was Scotty Blackman. And Scotty Blackman did not appear on Silent Tiger. I don't know why. It was 3 years between projects. That could have a lot to do with it. Not sure exactly. But taking over on drums on Silent Tiger, and here I am, just had the thing open. We had Mr. Jim Dobbs on drums. 2 albums, really excellent progressive metal, very melodic, nothing longer, frankly, than about 7 minutes. And I'm sure they're just, it was a sign of the times. You didn't have a whole lot of prog that was coming out at that time, particularly in metal. I mean, maybe Fate's Warning, Dream Theater really hadn't even popped on the scene yet. So, and Rush, what they were doing was totally different than what this sounds like. So, top 10 songs, basically the 2 albums, and let's get to it. Coming in at number 10 off of Celestial Messenger, Nowhere to Run. A very proggy, deep cut. Clocks in, I believe, at about 6 minutes. Several time changes and tempo changes. A really cool song. A stronger influence on the keyboards. Great guitar solo. Larry Dean, very much of the Alan Holdsworth category as far as guitar soloing. So when I hear it, it's very jazzy, very Alan Holdsworth-like. Coming in at number 10, Nowhere to Run. Coming in at number 9, also off Celestial Messenger, the track that opens side 2 of the vinyl, Rip Van Winkle. A great song. Scotty Blackman's use of triplets in the drums, oh my gosh, absolutely off the hook. And I could not have been happier in 1987. I played this album to death. Absolutely fantastic song. Rip Van Winkle comes in at number 9. Number 8, title track for the follow-up album, Silent Tiger. Now, as I understand it, Silent Tiger itself, there was kind of a theme and a story that was supposed to be kind of woven through. Frankly, it wasn't totally apparent to me. I really dig the song Silent Tiger. It's got a big sound to it between the keyboards and the bass guitar, and great lead guitar work. The vocal and the chorus, it's a hook. It's a hook every time. Coming in at number 8, Silent Tiger. Coming in at number 7, album opener off of Celestial Messenger, Getting Ready. The minute I heard that scream before the first verse and I'm hearing Geddy Lee, it's a great song. Good solo. It's a very melodic hook, fast, upbeat. I think a stronger album opener than what you have on Silent Tiger. So Getting Ready comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, for all you fans of Silent Tiger, Waking the Giant. I love that song. It's got this very melodic, swirling vibe to it, with the great interplay between the keyboard and the guitar that just kind of drives. It's a little more up-tempo song, almost a swing, I guess, in some respects. Fantastic hook. Waking the Giant comes in at number 6. Number 5. Fabulous song, also off of Silent Tiger. Playing with Fire. A great guitar riff, a great solo. Once burned, twice shy, right? It's a killer tune. Playing with Fire comes in at number 5. Number 4. We're in the top 5 already. Top 4. Coming in at number 4, off of Celestial Messenger, Genesis. It's a great song. Very prog, clocks in just over 7 minutes. Multiple time changes. Tells the story of early Genesis, of Noah, and it just killer. It's like the first 11. It kind of talks about the first 11 chapters of Genesis, from the creation through the flood. First 11, something to that effect. But so many cool time changes, guitar solos, great drumming again, and love the bass work on that as well. So coming in at number 4, Genesis. Coming in at number 3, also off of Celestial Messenger, It's War. What an absolutely fantastic song. The start, it's the build, it's got a killer hook, and it's one of those, it's like most of these songs clock in that 5-minute range, and Triton was always able to put so much into a 5-minute long song. Very, very great tune, in my opinion. Coming in at number 3, It's War. Coming in at number 2, off of Silent Tiger, Deadly Masquerade. Now, I've heard this song referred to as some kind of almost like AOR. I've read that, and I'm like, what are you listening to? Time changes, the guitar tracks. It fits the whole rest of this album with a great hook. Just because it's got a hook doesn't mean it's AOR. It's progressive metal, progressive hard rock metal. So much in there that it's a great song, man. It cranks. You can put that on. Your Own Deadly Masquerade comes in at number 2, which leads me to my number 1. And if you have been around any of the Christian metal boards, or even like the hard metal, Christian hard music, Christian metal realm, their Nordic Mission had a board at one time. I don't know if it's still up or not. Probably in Europe. And then there was another board that was out. It had the guys on it from Entombed. Way, we're talking 10 plus years ago. And I pulled it because I love the lyrics to this song. It speaks to me. And it's always been my favorite Triton tune, Mr. Electric. Could there be any doubt? We Get a Charge from You. A brilliant song. It's kind of cheesy, I guess, in the lyrical department, but I've always loved the music, and for me, it's always been my online handle, Mr. Electric, and I take it right from Triton. So Larry Dean and company, thank you. So there you have it. Top 10 songs from Triton. Know that right now, Larry Dean is working on a 3rd Triton album with Mr. Eric Gillette of Neil Morse's band. And the bits and pieces they've played on Facebook, and it sounds phenomenal. Can't wait to hear it. Hopefully it'll be out this year. Again, let's just go through the top 10 one more time, because people say, what about honorable mentions? Well, there's a couple of songs that I'm sure some people are going to freak out about that I didn't include, and one is Beyond the Night. Just not a top 10 to me, but it's a good song. Starbound, great tune. Make Your Move, another great one. Life Goes On, also on Silent Tiger, and then again on Celestial Messenger, Don't Turn Away. Chains was always to me a little different. That's much more of a poppy, kind of commercially vibe type tune, in my opinion, off of Celestial Messenger. So, top 10 songs. Coming in at number 10, Nowhere to Run. Number 9, Rip Van Winkle. Number 8, Silent Tiger. Number 7, Getting Ready. Number 6, Waking the Giant. Number 5, Playing with Fire. Number 4, Genesis. Number 3, It's War. Number 2, Deadly Masquerade. And number 1, Mr. Electric. There you have it. White Throne Metal Radio's top 10 Triton songs. Put your top 10 songs in the comments below. Give us a like. Share it on your Facebook with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Coming up, I've got one in the can for Messiah Prophet. We'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to say your prayers, and God bless. Bye-bye.
here we go on soon. Well, you know what we came for. We're rocking for the one who rolls thunder.